Okay, so not so far from civilization. Main reason being that I was carrying this guy, which is a full-sized axe. Just want to show you guys a couple of little projects I've been working on recently. Just had a spot of lunch and some coffee. I've just been playing with this guy. So this is a Holbrook axe. I got this about 5 years ago. It was about $50 from a place called Bunnings Warehouse, which is a local warehouse store. They sell a lot of crap tools, but for once they had something decent. So Holbrook's, it's a Swedish axe. It's not quite up there with Gransfords and Weatherlings, but you know, it's half decent. And what happened was I had some stuff in storage for quite a long time, for various reasons, and this axe was in storage, and it got a little bit of surface rust on it, you know, and the handle dried out a little bit. So I just gave it a little bit of a, you know, going over, just took the surface rust over and re-oiled the handle with linseed, and we got it back up and running. And I thought I'd make a little bit of a mask for it. So this one I used recycled materials, okay, recycled leather. This was just for myself. It didn't have a mask before, so I was just using, you know, a bit of old canvas. There's certainly a leather mask on an axe like this, looks pretty nice. Went for a buckle, just a little bit of artificial sinew there, and pretty nice little sheath or mask, you know, pretty simple design. Again, just using recycled materials. It's pretty big, man. The size of this thing. Yeah, compared to my little Weatherlings, you know, or my little Gransfords Bruk's wildlife hatchets, pretty massive axe mask, you know. That's my little logo there, Highland Dingo logo. I put the year on it. But you know, keeps the axe from damaging. You know, obviously protects the user if they accidentally fall or anything like that. So pretty decent axe for the money. It had paint on it when I first got it. I took the paint off. It's getting a little bit old now. It's a little bit of a patina on it, so it's pretty nice. I'll just have a play with it. I'm not it's a kookaburra in the background there. I gotta confess, I'm not a great axeman. There's a lot of people much better than me. In Australia, in Australian bushcraft, you know, it's an axe like this, you don't really need it for firewood prep and stuff like that. It's good to have. This gets used a little bit more at home, at the homestead, you know, family camping, getting put in a trailer and stuff like that, than it does get bushcraft use. But nice thing to have. Again, I mean, you can see the difference in quality. Being a cheaper axe, you know, you got your two-tone here. This is a hickory handle, but you have a tone between the hard and the softwood, or the sapwood, and you know, obviously that can cause splitting. So it's a lower grade handle, and you know, you can tell by the head as well. But still, you know, pretty good compared to most axes you get in a hardware store these days. So useful little bit of kit to have in the toolbox. Just thought I'd show you that, show you the little mask I made for it. I'll go and have a little bit of a play with it in a minute. It's all nice and sharpened. Another couple of little projects I wanted to show you a few. It's this Sammy style coffee pouch, okay? I've been making these for a while now, and quite often I use kangaroo leather. Traditionally they're made from, somebody off on a motorbike there. Usually they're made from reindeer hide, or traditionally they were made from reindeer hide. Obviously they've become adopted by the bushcraft community, and everybody uses them. I do a lot of mine from kangaroo, but this one's a little bit different. It's made from deer hide and brain tanned buckskin. I don't know, I really wanted to show you this on camera. I'll put a few still photographs up in the end. I mean, again, all warm and fuzzy here, but I make a lot of stuff with leather, and occasionally make little knives and stuff like that, and fire steels, and I work a lot with natural materials, okay, like, you know, bone, antler, leather, and part of that is they have a lot of soul and character, and they're heaps more tactile. and occasionally you just make something that just works the way I want it to work, and I don't know, has a little bit of soul and character to it that is out of the norm. And I feel this way about this pouch. I don't know, quite hard to describe to other people who maybe don't know what I'm talking about, but I don't know, I'm very proud of how this has turned out. I'm just debating whether it's going to be one of these things we're going to sell and somebody else is going to use it, or I'm going to keep for myself. So it's brain tanned buckskin. It smells that kind of smells like campfire, okay, because it's the smoke at the end of the process with the tanning. I used artificial sinew. These are a little bit oversized, but I kind of like it. I was thinking of putting a bit of antler in there or something as a toggle, but it doesn't really need it. I'm just very pleased with this piece and how it's turned out. It's just got heaps of character and heaps of life to it, you know what I mean? It's one of the best pieces of leather work I've done, I think, anyway. So I just wanted to show you that. Coffee pouch, of course, you don't have to put coffee in it, put tinder, you know, flour, whatever you want. So that's quite a traditional design. You know, a lot of different people make Sammy coffee pouches. I was trying to come up, always trying to strive to do new things and innovate, and this is using very, very similar materials. This is a little pouch I've come up with. I don't know, the best way to describe it is a pocket pouch, okay? So it's not on a belt, okay, and it's not a drawstring type pouch, okay? So we just have a leather here, comes out with antler button here. Then the gusset is, this is I believe it's elk fur, okay, both sides. Alright, I've just got a little bit of paper in there just to give it some shape. There's the pouch itself. Okay, so obviously again you can use it for whatever, tinder, coffee. Work very well as a tinder pouch. So that's that. I don't know, I'm very kind of pleased with that design. And again, this is just something I've made up. You know, it's not a traditional design. This is just, you know, something I made up in my head. I've been doing similar things with kangaroo tails, but this one's buckskin. Okay, and again, I don't know, just something about this one. I make a lot of stuff, and occasionally you just make something and it just jumps out. It's something that I can't put words, can't describe. It's what I'm trying to achieve in my crafts. Is, you know, Margie's tradition, and but it's also innovative. I don't know. Anyway, it gives you the warm and fuzzies, let's put it that way. And I don't know, as I say, I'm cool about it that I like. So that's two pouches I made. One a traditional pattern, and another one that's just kind of made up in my head. And there's a little mask I made for myself out of recycled materials. I'll give the old Gransford's, Gransford's Bruks, I wish, man. I'll give the old Holbrooks a work at. Like I say, my skills aren't particularly brilliant. It's just something you don't really need in this environment to get by on. But there you go.